Sony, everywhere I go. Let's kick it, girl, you my kitty dough. Take you places never been before. Don't worry, baby, let's take it slow. Hold my hand and get ready to go. Oh, girl, you're the captain, let me take you out. We be like Tom and Jerry, let's go round and round. Girl, don't be afraid to hold my hand. Yeah, you gon' be like Cassie, meow, meow, meow. Say you make my heart go boom, boom, pow. Marco, Polo, we up in the circle.
Good to know, like I still remember. Your heart out in my sleep, close to you is girly. It's a dream of fantasy, to be loving you, baby. You say you love me, I sing your mama.
Indah bermai pertiwi tercinta, berbilang kau hidup bersama. Dengan tekad semangat membara, menggapai cita-cita. Kemajuan kini dimiliki, kemakmuran kita nikmati. Pemimpin terus mencurah bangkit, kejayaan pasti dikecapi. 60 tahun merdeka, Sarawak gemilang berjaya. 2030 wawasan direalisasi, Sarawak berpendapatan tinggi. Bersatu teguh setia, sehati sejiwa senada. Jadi kebanggaanku, magalah oh namamu. Sarawak maju makmur pertiwiku. Indah bermai pertiwi tercinta, berbilang kau hidup bersama. Dengan tekad semangat membara, menggapai cita-cita. Kemajuan kini dimiliki, kemakmuran kita nikmati. Pemimpin terus mencurah bangkit, kejayaan pasti dikecapi. 60 tahun merdeka, Sarawak gemilang berjaya. 2030 wawasan direalisasi, Sarawak berpendapatan tinggi. Bersatu teguh setia, sehati sejiwa senada. Jadi kebanggaanku, magalah oh namamu. Sarawak maju makmur pertiwiku. Jadi kebanggaanku, magalah oh namamu. Sarawak maju makmur pertiwiku. Sarawakku.
什么？大家下午好，欢迎大家来到我们今天这个ShallWEETalk 的节目当然今天呢也是我们200几了278期278期。那昨天晚上呢我们的古晋美食节对啊，我们就在，因为每个人都用古晋美食节嘛，古晋节的美食展览，对不对？这样太长了，就这样，因为每个人讲说古晋美食节，古晋美食节， 但无论如何不管你怎么叫它，都是一个已经开始开幕了已经开始。所以呢，昨天我觉得有来到的大致上都在于这个饮料方面我觉得我们走了一圈，每个人都觉得今年的饮料是有史以来价格呢是最合理跟最经济的就是矿泉水或者饮食这个 drinking water mineral water 都是500 ml 都是以1块钱的价格。然后呢这个 1.5 liter 的是1 liter 还是 1.5 liter？ 1.5 liter 的是卖2块钱所以其实你如果是500跟 1.5 的话，那 1.5 是蛮有划算的如果你会算的话。那另外一个当然就是他们的饮料，那丁的饮料呢大致上都是2块钱在于他们的这个zero sugar跟normal 的那种然后接下来就是有他们的 juice他们的咖啡Wonder 的咖啡，还有这些汽水最高都是不超过2块半钱。所以呢其实这一点呢就是我们一直以来是想看到的也打破了一直以来人家在说我们市议会为了赚取更多的这个租金而忽略了消费者的好处。所以呢我们作为一个这个主办单位呢，每个人所给的这些 feedback 我们都会一一的接受把这个改得更好。那我觉得大致上今年的这个公园的这些灯火等等都有一些突破虽然还可以继续的做得更好，但是呢每一次的这个呢对我们都是一种挑战所以呢在今天呢当我们在看到人潮的来临，还有呢就是这些很多款式不一样的美食都呈现了在我们的眼前。那当然也做了一个我们的 gastronomy corner在我们后方有一个就是这个美食领过奖的美食呢的这些都一一的厨师都在那边也有就是一些我们的这个中国人民共和国领事馆的马来还有这个印尼领事馆的都一一的会把他们的摊位摆上去。那你走下去的话，你就会看到我们大雅的这些美食马拉闹的美食Orang Ulu 的美食等等等等。所以呢也让大家来到我们比较听起来很普遍，但是从来没有去尝试过的一些我们自己本土的一些美食。所以我们希望大家趁个机会。当然还有呢就是那个这个那个 MPP 的那个叫什么名呢？烟台烟台呢其实我是有交代，烟台应该是把他们的水果，因为烟台的苹果已经卖到我们沙劳越了，所以但是他说这个季节还不是苹果的季节，而且在美食节里面卖苹果是有点奇怪，所以他们就特别的思考用了最我们大家都可以接受的饺子所以呢饺子当然饺子还是要配醋所以呢他们都把这些全部带来了。但无论如何这个呢还是食物的东西都是要你来亲身去体验的。那当然昨晚的开幕呢就是在于这个友好城市的这个文化表演。所以我们这个连续3天，从昨天今天跟明天那他们将连续表演3天。所以呢我们有少林寺的少林的武僧然后来这里表演，还有那个木偶，对不对木偶，所以我们泉州的木偶，那我们的日本的鼓队等等差不多整个表演呢大致上 都消耗了差不多3个多小时。所以呢，我觉得这个呢，不用你去到泉州、镇江或者泰安，他们这些文化表演都一一全部呈现在你的眼前啊，所以希望大家不要错过啊这些文化的这个交流的一个大场面啊，把整个这个中国的5个城市跟日本一起来到我们沙劳越来表演，让我们有机会去看到可能我们不曾去过的地方所以呢，我们希望大家呢继续的，今天是第2天，第2个晚上也是一个星期六，希望大家能够踊跃的出席来寻找跟突破我们这次美食节的这个美食的这些不一样的美食因为我觉得这次呢比较不一样的就是我们尽可能美食那一块呢没有 repeat， 就是说如果是不要重复的，就是如果是最多是有2个摊位它不可能有4、5个卖一样的东西这就是我们要让大家去看到觉得这个呢我们真的是可以把这些基本上你把这个东西给摆出来的话我觉得全马没有一个地方是可以跟我们比较的，所以呢我们就可以继续的在于我们这个我们的这个 gastronomy 的当然我们在这时候呢我们也对于我们的这个友好城市泉州呢也来到我们这里，经过我们一个半个小时的交流呢，也谈及了怎样在于人与人之间的往来，还有在经商这一块，然后呢最重要的就是在于看我们在这个所谓的行跟跟2方面的这个美食，因为泉州呢现在在寻求在于这个联合国这个创意美食他们现在在申请成为一个美食之都、美食之城市，所以呢他们需要我们的协助，所以呢我们觉得这个呢我们就义不容辞，所以我们也想了一个概念，如果可以，因为泉州是属于我们福建福州嘛所以我觉得我们这里的美食从中国传承到来我们沙劳越这个期间改变了多少为什么有这种改变的方式？可能我们的用料因为可能有一些用料在沙劳越找不到，所以他用了别的来替代。那我们也要知道为什么会转变到这个程度。然后呢以前我们想象到的就是这个安菇桂安菇桂，但是人家说这个可能是农业两者的 OK， 其实这个呢如果你去过泉州的话，在他们的这个街道上你都可以找到这个糕点叫做安菇发桂还有就是那个就像我们吃的那个里面有花生的那个叫什么马奇是吧这些他们都有 OK所以呢我觉得这种来到这里怎么会变成是挪亚的，然后为什么加上挪亚的这个东西，那这个挪亚呢会不会有什么不一样的东西加进去OK， 我的肯尼亚卡是好，其实谢谢你们的等待，因为有的时候呢就是需要一段时间，当我们把你们的form呈上去的时候，他们还要经过他们的这个怎么讲他们 study 过后看过整个 information 是对了以后，他们就 key in 的后他们就交上去做那个卡所以我觉得这些需要一段时间，那我们也不希望一些人在制造这些课题这些话题现在最重要的时候不要制造混乱，不要制造仇恨，不要制造香草，好不好？好好的去服务人民每一个人在你服务的期间，关于你的年龄都是有一个限制的 所以呢，大致上如果你能做多少，你能够帮多少，与其浪费那些时间在争口舌，在那边想怎么去破坏怎么去呢？我觉得这种思想是腐烂的。所以大致上我觉得from 上头China。所以呢，接下来 OK 文化表演过后呢，我们就有2个团队，就是我们的厨师从镇江还有另外一个呢就是我们的泉州。那泉州呢将会在8月初旬的时候来到我们沙劳越。我那张纸在哪里？我在桌子上你看我桌子有一个 timetable， 那给我看一下。有一张纸我写的，用字写的。所以那个我让大家了解一下他们也将会在我们的美食，就是 gastronomy corner 那边表演他们的美食，他的烹饪。所以泉州呢将会在8月7号、8号、9号、10号他们的厨师将会在现场然后呢镇江的呢将会在7月29号、7月30号、7月31号跟8月1号隆重登场。好，所以不要错过不要错过。所以呢我觉得这个呢就是第一次由我们这个友好城市派来的厨师在这里大展身手我们也会在他们来的时候呢邀请我们本地的厨师大家一起切磋，大家一起交流，希望擦出一些火花来。当然随着这美食的厨师来了以后有一些这些食品的商家也可能随团。所以呢这不只是在于美食这一块，也在于用料等等的供应商也将会来到我们古晋。所以呢我们就希望能够通过这种友好城市的交流把这个人与人来往跟经商这一块，文化传承这一块再扩大到另外一个更高的层面，让大家都能够受惠所以我觉得在任何如果他们来这里设厂等等，都就会造成了我们这个就业的机会给我们的本地人。所以呢大家一起来把这个任何一个活动都能够有惠于我们的人民，这才是重点我也希望这也是大家想要看到的。那我在这里呢也邀请大家记得你们有23个晚上来支持市长我们精心帮你们安排的这个美食古晋节的美食暨展览这个节日，好不好？来上面有什么还有什么？当然再下来的话待会呢我们就会邀请我们的 Dr. Uma跟大家讲解一下关于这个尖笋这个器官捐献的因为很多人都不了解而且对他们有可能有些误解的方式或者想法，所以我觉得这是一个蛮好的，因为人一走了还能够在他走后能够做些功德把他的器官捐献给那些有需要的人，救多几个生命，让人家还能够继续的生存跟重生这我觉得这是很重要的。那当然我们待会呢就会把它连线我们有问题，当然它是有英语发言的，我会尽量跟你们翻译另外呢就是我们要走回去我们今天这个 rabies 的情况来我们看一下今天的报告呢很好，这个星期呢没有 case 所以我觉得这是好事今天 this week there's no animal rabies positive case for this week. Alright 好，我们继续希望这些 cases 都不会再出现那会可能 就是能够迈向把这个 rabies 的这种给慢慢的消除。那我们线上的还有什么东西还没有报告的吗？还有吗？没有了。待会呢，我们的现在朋友你如果有问题在这个 organ donation 的这有问题的话你可以分发给那些对于这个organ donation 的有问题的想问的朋友或者亲戚们加进我们的这个今天的 Facebook Live， 让大家更了解我们所提供的这些资讯当然我们也希望我们的传媒今天呢传媒本身你们也可以问问题所以更加了解，因为很多人对于这个organ 的 donation 都有一些误解希望是些什么？
政治
其实我觉得一直以来我们想看到的就是作为一个沙劳越人，我们是希望我们的国土很强，但是一个要强的国土、强的国家，第一个就要认知的就是我们所站的立场拥护我们、保护我们的家园，就是我们每一个人的责任。但是呢，要同心协力这个呢就有一些，因为无论如何上天都创造了很多不一样的人心态不一样或者想法不一样，那我们都尊重。但是问题是说，我们一定要想到我们的下一代跟我们的下一代时候改变的时候，我们就应该改变，而不是为了改变而改变，把好的改得更坏。所以我觉得改变这两个字可以有两个极端就是你想把它改变，今天因为你过得不好，你把它改变得更好或者是你要把好的改变以后变成不好。但是当你把这个不好的改成好，这是好事。当你把好的改变不好，然后到最后你又不要把它修正回来，你不要把它改回来，那我觉得那就不对所以因为那时候当很多人在改的时候，每个人说对不起我们这次要改变，我们要那种好了，我们经历过这样多了，所以我们自己要去检讨是时候。那我们今天说好，我们华人不要吃锅笼面了，不要吃饭了我们开始吃面包然后吃了面包，你说面包不好的，对我们也是不是很健康的，我们还是吃回我们的米饭面条那种。所以当我们走回去，你一定要走回来，你要更正，有没有？所以还是需要大家自己去思想思考所以呢，当然古晋节办得好不是一个人，它是属于全部的。你可以讲我们古晋节做得多好，我们准备得多好，我们下了多少的这些精力也好，如果我们的市民都没有来参与的话，我们用那句话参与 OK， 那这个会成功吗？不会成功。这个就像一个行政一样，如果没有人民的参与跟参政这个国家永远跨不出第一步。因为他今天所做的、所立法、所施行的任何设施都是为了他的人民，所以人民要同步一起，那个国家发展的就更快了而且不是去强迫性的去发展。所以呢，我觉得看到今天你可以看到很多不分彼此以前，所以你看我们的这种风气别个人没有的，你可以看到我们这些不一样的种族，你也可以看到他们不介意你们在烤什么这些所谓的猪也好，烤羊也好，他们也是这样走过他也没有去 complain 说你们这里怎样怎样那种。所以你就可以看到的我们不一样。所以每一个人来到这里他们清华大学学生也问起了我们同样一个问题我们的和谐是如何传承下来的。那其实我们告诉他很简单，我们的这个和谐呢，就是我们的环境一致我们就环绕在这个和谐的这种气氛里面我们也不允许外来的因素来破坏我们的这种坚定的跟这些友族一起同胞在一起的那种感情 有没有？所以呢，这个是需要一个意志力啊，我们一定要强，所以我们的思考、思想等等，一定要把它开出来，让去更加的了解什么是对，什么是错，而不是只是看到我们 Facebook 写什么啊那种。其实早上我看到一个 Facebook 很好笑，就是有一些照片呢，你看到真的是那些小猫3-4只那种，有没有？后来我说，哎，怎么会这样？然后你再转一个去的话，他说谁说小猫3-4只？这就是现场的录音，他们又放出来了。所以很多这些东西，如果你单看一面的话，你可能不会了解啊。所以呢，我觉得在很多方面，我们一定要寻求它的实在的真实的报道跟真实的新闻。所以我一直强调传媒的手中那支笔就是他们的工具来的 ，OK， 它是一把剑来的。所以呢，我觉得在很多方面的传媒的这种其实我们在看到昨天也很多这些网红我觉得这几年来跟他们一起度过也有很多这些一些小插曲等等，但是你可以看到他们现在是一致的就觉得说因为我觉得这就是专业的网红你对事而不对人。然后当你把一些东西所讲出来的时候，你要想到它的影响力跟它的破坏力当然如果一些小问题你要把它弄大的话，它绝对是大的当你把这个东西看得很正面的，你所想的东西是很正面的，你讲出来的东西跟你想的东西，所以呢就会把这个东西做得更好。那如果是有一些不好的，我们只要寻求大家来告诉我们，把它做得更好，而不是把它扩大，然后让大家知道然后对于这个已经放了这么多精神，放了这么多时间来栽培一个成功的这个你喝了3罐成功的这个一个节制所以呢，水那时候人家在吵的时候说为什么你这样的做法不对所以一直以来我们强调，很多人不相信，但是呢，唯一让人家相信的就是用事实的行动来证明 ，OK， 就是给你们看 ，OK， 我可以讲说 ，OK， 我今天选这个为什么？因为它对消费者起了一定的作用 ，OK， 待会呢，他们还有一些promotion，OK， 所以呢，当我们给人家一些说 OK， 这个东西交给你们一个任务的话，我们绝对是有站住我们的立场除了租金以外我们还要他们让我们的消费者消费得起，这是无形之中我们要制造让我们一些人在于这个经济不是很好的时候还能够想，而且因为我觉得每一个人 no one should be left behind 美食节不是单一给有钱人来的 OK， 它是给大众来的，所以价格要大众化。我希望大家通过这个方式然后才知道说其实所以在这里面你就可以以水的那种，你拿5块半可以拿到什么？5块半你可以拿1瓶的汽水1罐的矿泉水，还有1罐的这些 Wonder 的这个 Milo， 不是咖啡或者还有另外一个就是 juice， 对不对？所以你可以拿3瓶5块半，有没有？所以我觉得这个都是每一个人的负担得起的，所以我们希望接下来我们会以这种方式来让大家能够享用因为这个呢就是为我们国际市民然后你可以看到很多外国的这些旅客他们都来的，而且他看到我们，当然旅客他不可能来到这里还吃，他来喝我们的这个矿泉水嘛，他们都喝这些啤酒等等，他们也在这一方面觉得价格是蛮公道的，所以这是我们看到的。所以你看到我们在走动的时候，为什么在走动？因为我们要去听要让我们的这些消费者来告诉我们，然后我们才能够怎样把它做得更好这个呢就是我们一直以来所鼓吹的有什么东西让我们知道，让我们一起把它改良，好不好？来，今年有兄弟吗？我有看到有兄弟，很像兄弟如果没有讲错价钱的话，我听说而已啦，听说所以你们自己去查一下 这个 Shandy 呢，大概他们是说他要卖10块钱4罐，对不对？是2块半，4罐是10块钱，他是要一起买10块钱那种。所以呢，我觉得这个你可以去询问，应该是有的Shandy 是绝对缺少不了。其实我觉得蛮奇怪，就是为什么每次我们在过年的时候都买到贵的 Shandy， 而且在这个时候他们可以买到这样便宜。所以呢，再看如果还是在 promotion 的话，那还没有到明年到他如果还没有 expire 到明年了，先买起来是值得的。是不是应该是便宜吗？因为每次卖多少钱 Shandy 60-70块，对不对？40到50块。哪里止？你过时了，50-60块耶。但是无论如何这都是饮料这一块，让你们自己来到这里自己去发掘这个东西，好不好？那当然，今天的第一个 kick off 的，除了我们有3个这个友好城市的文化表演以外，今天晚上跟明天，那明天早上4点第2个国庆节的节目就是我们国庆 Half Marathon 开始跑了 ，OK， 所以呢，明天很像今晚又不用睡觉了，4点就有这个节目了。那到时呢，希望大家也一起来支持这个。OK， 来，应该是明天对不对？对呀。就是我在看星期天早上4点，一个是5点。当然张前工会明天也有一个捐血运动希望大家能够去这个支持。好 ，OK， 来，我们现在呢就走入另外一个所谓的这个 organ donation 那 donation 呢就是捐损捐献，献是什么献？献给你的献，对不对 ？OK， 所以呢donation 给我们的话就可以看钱的 donation gift 的 donation 等等。所以呢，这个就是我们器官的一个donation。很多人对于这个器官的 donation 呢有另外他们不一样的看法。那有些的是归于这个宗教的问题。有的人也觉得说，我们到时不要走的时候上了天堂，少了一个 kidney， 少了一个肺，或者少了一个这个怎么讲这个肺liver lung 这些东西所以心脏所以呢在这一块呢我们发觉了一个东西，就是说很多人是需要这个来救命的然后让他们有一个重生的机会。但是呢很不幸的这个捐献器官人是蛮少的。所以我觉得以现在这些文明很开放的这个时代这个年代是时候作为一个社会能够邀请到我们的专家，让他们来解析一下属于我们的这些stigma 等等我们的想法，对于整个东西的看法能够在这里向大家去解答，然后让大家能够对于这个更加的对捐献让大家更去认识。因为人家说我就老的死了，我的机器应该全部坏掉了这个不一定，因为还有很多，就像人家说捐这个眼膜还是什么眼睛的那个，是不是？所以其实很多东西坏不是全部坏的 ，OK， 是有的会坏，有的是还好的，还是可以用的所以呢，我们就介绍我们的这个Dr. Umar 他当然是会有英语的方式向大家解析，你可以连线一下吗？忘记拿水晶线。Hi, good afternoon. Welcome.
Hi, good afternoon, Dr. Wee. Thank you so much for the introduction, and thank you very much for giving me this platform to share a bit.
You understand what I'm saying or not?
Yeah, somewhat. A bit. Yes.
Can get a bit here and there 啦。All right.
Yes.
其实呢Dr. Umar 呢就是在上个星期我们去了一个节目，然后呢这个捐血的节目，所以呢我就看到他那边这个 unit 呢是。When is this unit set up for our Sarawak chapter?
When was it set up? In 2022.
2022. OK， 在2022年有这个 unit 在这里，就是协助我们这里谁要去器官捐献的一个 unit， 所以让大家去更了解。我们希望大家今天呢通过这个让大家重新去digest 一下你们对这个的东西，然后呢就考虑看我们能不能够在我们临走的时候呢能够把我们的器官去帮助一些人继续的生存，继续的重生。那 of course just now we are talking about organ donation. A lot of people have heard about it. Some of them of course a lot of people have not actually signed in and whatever that is. I'm sure later on you can announce some of the name if you are allowed to. Yeah. So I think first of all we would like people here to know what is the organ donation and of course what is need. All right, I think these are basically okay. Let's say first of all you must say that first you have to sign up. There's a form, correct? Usually that's how you do it, right? You want to donate, how to register? Okay, they are better than me. So how to register all that. Then the next question is how to contact you. So later on you have to let us know your contact and all that. Right. So I think a lot of because I think one thing that we need the public to know is statistic. Yes. How many people, how many Sarawakian, we don't go too far out, okay? How many Sarawakian in actual fact is in need, in need of organ donation, all right? And how many throughout these few years, 2022 till now, okay? How many have signed up and how many actually, have materialized to get this donated and put it on our own Sarawakian's body. All right, so let's start. Okay.
Okay.
Then you give me some time to translate in case people,
sure,
if I can.
Sure you can. Okay, first of all, we will start off with what is organ donation. Yeah. Now, what is organ donation? We are only talking about organ donation after death. All right. We're only talking about after death. We're not talking about living donation. Living donation is while you're still alive. And what usually can be donated when still alive is one kidney, okay, a part of the liver, because liver can grow back, and the bone marrow. And all this happens inside family, all right? If there's a match of the blood and then the family member want to donate one kidney to the loved one, this is what we call living donation. But what today I'm going to explain about is living donation after death. All right, not every death, first and foremost, not every death you can donate organs. Okay, organ donation only happens when someone has brain death. Brain death means mati otak. Mati otak basically happens in cases where stroke, okay, there's no blood supply to the brain, or there is a bleed in the brain due to some rupture of blood vessel, or there's an accident whereby the person just has head injury, but the rest of the body, everything is functioning fine, or somehow the supply of oxygen was cut off, so everything is working fine, but the brain didn't have, for due to some clot or something, or a tumor which is inside the brain itself, stop the supply, so brain death occurs. When brain death occurs, this is when we say that first the brain, the control center stops working. If the control center stops working, it will take a bit of time before the heart and all the other organs stop. So the brain dies first, right? Medically and legally, when the brain dies and it's confirmed someone is brain dead, then the patient is actually already dead. The patient has already died. Okay, so only in these cases, this patient currently in Malaysia, we can actually donate organs because the heart is still pumping, the organs has still blood supply, but the brain is dead. In a small window period, the heart also will stop. In this window period is what we are talking about when they can actually donate the organs. Okay, this is the window period. Now this is not applicable to everyone because there are few criteria we have to see. We have to make sure the patient doesn't have infectious disease like HIV, all right? Patient cannot have any autoimmune disease like SLE, right? Autoimmune where the body cells attack their own body. That's like SLE, that's an example. Another one is advanced cancer, right? Because we don't want to donate diseased, with disease, with cancer cells, our organs go and give to someone else a cancer. So in these three
Making it
instances,
worse.
we cannot donate. All right, these three instances cannot, even if they fulfill the criteria, all the organs looks fine, but actually got something, one of these, they still cannot donate. All right. So only in this sentence, in these ways that people can actually donate. Okay. Another one is called cardiac death. Cardiac death means, for example, heart attack. The heart stops first. Okay. If the heart stops first, there's no more blood supply to all the organs in the body. Right? In these instances, in Malaysia, we cannot donate organs. Right? We only can donate tissue. Yes. We only can donate tissue. Now, the example of tissue is like what we call cornea, the top layer of the eye, all right, inside. That's called the cornea, okay? We can donate heart valve, okay? Bones, when I say bones, it's like long bones, okay? Or skin. When I say skin is only the size of the palm, and it's the thin layer, the top layer, which will be removed from the back. This size, and from the back only, and there won't be any bleeding because it's so thin, right? There won't be any bleeding involved. And these are the things which can be actually donated if the heart stops first. This is in cardiac death. That's what we call cardiac death. So basically, there's two types. Not everyone will get to be brain dead and get to be an organ donor, right? Only some people. So this decision no one can make. So people must know the two differences. Brain dead is different from coma, all right? When you say coma, right? Coma is different. They got a chance to wake up. Brain dead, the brain is dead. They will never wake up. Whatever is done, they can never wake up again. It means they are dead. Okay? And this death in a hospital setting will be certified by two specialists, right? We will do a series of tests and then we'll certify 6 hours apart. 2 tests will be done, and then when we complete the second brain death test, that is the time of death which will be recorded in the death certificate. Okay, so this must be very clear. So people will have the notion, they think that, oh, I'm still alive. No, when the patient is declared dead legally, okay, only then we can actually procure if the family consents. Okay. So now we are talking about how do we register in Malaysia, right? In Malaysia, it's in MySejahtera. Okay, it's in MySejahtera. You just need to open up your MySejahtera and you answer a series of questions. You need to put your next of kin's name and your next of kin's IC number. When we say next of kin, we are talking about the nucleus, right? Either the parent, all right, or the wife or the husband, okay? Someone who is a next of kin, which is a close family member, okay? But this, however, does not assure that definitely one will be a organ or tissue donor. This registering in MySejahtera just shows that you have an inclination, you understand the importance of it, and that is why you are registering. The only way one can assure that they become an organ or a tissue donor, hopefully, is by informing the family, right? You always inform the family, this is what I want, whenever that happens, right? It can happen when you're 90 years old, it can happen when you're 100 years old, it doesn't matter. At least you have informed your family, this is what I want when I pass on eventually. If I have a chance, I would like to donate whatever is possible to be donated. Because
you were mentioning that is one criteria. So the other criteria, can I just say that what about if it's natural death, rather than, okay, just how you say heart attack. Now if it's heart attack, how long after the heart attack then you can actually get the organ out? That's one question. Now, second question will be, other than the brain is dead, you have a stroke or whatever that is. So natural death, how? If somebody, because they live to 80 over years old and all that, so there are no complication and all that, then he pass on. So can that be part and parcel of the process to donate the organ?
Okay, so for that question, right, it still comes back to the same thing. Just say there's this 80-year-old due to some complications admitted, right?
Yes.
Depends on what stops first. If the brain stops first, then we declare the patient as brain dead, and then we can request and see if the family knows anything they would want to donate or not. But if the heart stops first, we only can request for tissue, provided the family wants to give. So it depends on which stops first.
And
So
also
any-
depend what sickness you suffer before your death.
Yes. So if it's common
so
sickness,
there's a
right,
lot of people were thinking, they say, whatever that is, that person passed on, then you'll come in to take the organ. I think that is the perception of most of the people, right? I'm sure 我觉得很多人是这样想法，就是说，他一死了哈，他要donate，他一下死了，马上就可以拿，不管他是有怎样死法，对不对？所以我觉得很多人，因为 I think most of them out there actually went through the movie or whatever that is. So I think that's what people thought. Say, when I say I want to donate, so anything that's happened to me, even I passed on because of my sickness and all that, then you will come and say, okay, I want to take this, I want to take that. So I think it's very good. I mean, that's why I asked the question is because I think that is what people were asked. You see,
Yes.
so, I mean, we would like to clear this out so that people will understand more. In actual fact, doesn't mean that that you can take anything. Even we signed up, under circumstances, you only can take a very minor thing, a very small, tissue out from
only if the family gives consent.
Yes, of course. If they give consent, you only take. And then I think one thing is, a lot of people are worried. Yeah, put religion aside first. A lot of people are worried. Say, after they put that, then whether the disease will look ugly, or they have to do some touch up or whatever it is. I think this is another thing when it happened that if you need something from under the eyes, all this that you need to take out and all that, then whether the eyes will be able to close or whatever that is. There are a lot of pantang from the Chinese family. So I think these are the things that might be you can
Explain further? Yeah, sure. Okay. First and foremost, right, we cannot even if you're registered or you're not registered in Malaysia, if the family says gives consent, can donate. Okay, as Malaysians, we need to know that. Whether you register or don't register, it just shows your understanding and your willingness. Okay, it does not tie you to anything. It does not tie you to anything, and no one has this data, whether you registered or not. It's only you know that you registered unless you inform your family that you have registered and this is what you would like when you eventually pass on. Only then your family will know. If not, no one will know. If you register, because at the same time, the My Sejahtera, there's also a button to withdraw pledge. Withdraw your IKRA anytime. Yes. Okay. So even if you're given an e-CGL, even if you're given an e-cert saying that I have a pledge to be a donor, it's just something that to show that, I understand and that's why I've pledged. But any one time you suddenly, no, I don't think I want to give eventually when I pass on, then you just withdraw the pledge, or you don't withdraw the pledge, you just don't inform anyone, no one will know about it. Okay? One, you have to know that. Okay? Only if your family members know whether you want or don't want, only they can decide here in Malaysia. There is no autonomy. It's not like overseas. It's not like US, whereby you sign up, you got a card. That means when something happens to you, your card says you're a donor, and then they have the right because you've already consented. In Malaysia, we still stick to the 1974 Tissue Act. I know it's a very old act. So 1974 family matters. All right, family matters. So family has the final say even after you're gone. After your last breath, family makes the final decision. They say yes. They say no.
You see, on top of that, I think I have one question to ask you. You say family is the one who decide. Yeah. What happened if the deceased never give consent, but the family wanted to do it? Let's say the
Can.
family say, okay, this is my late my late so and so. So I think if he's alive, he would like to do that. So can the family decide for the
Can.
deceased?
Can. Because the person is already deceased. So the family say they want to give
Even
everything, they can give everything.
even he did not sign any consent.
Yes, even if he did not sign anything, even if he did not
Okay.
register, even if
Yeah,
his
because
whole life
sometimes
he was
it's
against
too
it.
late to do it. You get me or not? Like
Yes.
they have a stroke or something. They what is in their mind,
Yes.
but yet they cannot do it.
Yeah.
Okay, all
Yeah.
right. All right.
Okay. Or even
Okay.
if you have in instances, just say someone whole life this person was a very mean person, very stingy, against all these things. But then the family want to do something good after he's gone.
Good for him,
They
is
say,
it?
so
All
if
right.
they say, doctor, see whatever is okay, can you? Then of course we can, because as long as someone is willing to put the signature there, giving the consent. All right. So
Okay.
how
All
we
right.
actually approach is, if there's actually someone who's suspected to be brain dead, first we will do a first brain dead test first, right? Then
Okay.
the treating doctors will inform the family, okay, we did a series of tests. It seems like this patient does not have a chance, looks highly likely the brain got no more function, which means brain death. Eventually, the heart also is going to stop. Okay, so we will do one more test, okay, to confirm 100% that the patient is brain dead. So this is where my team actually steps in. All right, we step in and we say, have you heard of organ donation? Have your loved one ever mentioned? Right? And we have all these pamphlets. This is where we give them, we talk to them. Would you want to consider? We cannot approach before that. It's inappropriate, right? So we'll only approach once it's already towards this time. Already the next one. So the family is given time to think about it, and there's no pressure. Just sometimes we have to ask them, just in case maybe their loved one has mentioned before, but they forgot because they're so emotional, they're sad, they're distraught at that time, losing their loved one. Sometimes they'll forget what their loved one wanted. Only some
Correct.
people remember, so we just have to go in and ask, have they mentioned, would you know what is this? Would you like to? So the family will decide after the second one, after the second brain dead test, only then the family can actually give the consent. Even if they say, oh yeah, doctor, my loved one has actually mentioned they want to give, but they cannot sign. We will not get their signature. We will not get their consent until the patient is declared legally the patient is dead. Only then we can say, okay, if they say, okay, I think I only want to give kidney. If they say, I only want to give kidney, yes, we respect that. And then we have to do all the process. This surgery will happen as if the patient is still alive in the operation theater. The moment a family gives consent for this, the patient will be transferred to ICU, intensive care unit, okay? And we will maintain the patient as per normal. And then the patient will be, when the surgeons arrive, we will be sending the patient to the operation theater. So of course, the patient will have one scar here. Of course, when you remove organs, you need to make an operation scar. So just one line there scar. If the family says, doctor, please wear these clothes and everything, when we return back the body to the family, we have to be rushing to do this whole process because we don't want the organs to expire. If the organs expire, then the person receiving it, that person also will die. That person also cannot sustain with the expired organ. So all this will not delay funeral in any way because we are also rushing. Someone else there is waiting for that kidney. Okay, they are on the operation table waiting for the kidney. So we will be rushing to remove and to do a good job. The patient will look like how the patient came to the hospital. That is how we return back the body to the family. The patient will look like they're sleeping. Even if they have donated their cornea, they will look like they're sleeping. They will not look gory in any way. They will not look scary. They will not look like Chacha or in, right? So the eyes won't be sunken. The eyes will be still full. Nothing. They will just look like they're sleeping. That's how we return back the body to the family. And of course, we will make sure we wear the clothes that the family requested us to wear for the deceased. Then we will return back as per like that. Okay. Next question as to organ donation, you must understand, has been happening for a long time in Malaysia. Okay, so it's not the unit. Yes, the unit was set up in 2022 because the circular to set up this unit separately so that we concentrate on organ donation, because we've got a lot of Malaysians with failed organs, right? So because we want a dedicated unit, that's why it was. But before this, we still had a lot of cases, right? We had a lot of donation cases. Even in 2015, I think Sarawak General Hospital, there were 3 people who donated. Yes. All right. Last year, we had 2 donors. It's just that after 2015, I think with the COVID and everything, it just died off. There was no donors at all. So after about 9 years, after
But
9
a lot
years,
of people signed up or not? A lot of people signed up.
After in 2022. Before that, we used to use a card. 2022, we went full-fledged into My Sejahtera, right?
Okay.
When we went into My Sejahtera, there was a extreme increase from Sarawak. Okay, but after that, what has happened is, since 2022 until now, there's a steady decline, about 30% every year in people who are actually signing up or registering, right? 30% every year, there's a drop. We don't know why.
You mean every year it dropped 30%?
Yeah.
Then it's
Ever
quite a
since
sharp drop,
2022. Yes.
Oh.
So it is dropping. But we are doing our awareness. We are doing it extensively as we can. But this is the reality. This is what, if you're asking me statistically, this is what's happening. And then your other question, how many Sarawakians? Okay, currently there are about 4,000 Sarawakians, okay, requiring dialysis. 4,000, yeah? Requiring dialysis, which means they have to go 3 times to a dialysis center or to the hospital to sustain life because their kidneys are fully not functioning, right? About 4,000. Okay, out of this 4,000, there's at least about 900, which what we call CAPD. CAPD is continuous ambulatory peritoneal dialysis. Because to start doing dialysis, you need like a pot. Okay, it's either here near the neck or near your thigh. You need an actual pot, or here you need a proper pot. All right. Before they do the pot, sometimes they require dialysis urgently. They start doing it via the abdomen, via the stomach. Okay, they start doing the dialysis. So that is called CAPD. At least about 900 patients in Sarawak. Okay. If you ask me how many are fit out of this number, how many are fit for actually to be a recipient, to receive a kidney and start living a normal life, around 2,000. Around 2,000 are fit to receive kidneys. All right. So, but the thing is, in Malaysia, if you talk about a whole Malaysian population, right, we have about at least 10,000 patients waiting for kidneys, liver, and lung. Liver, lung, and heart, not that many. The most is kidneys. Because every day in Malaysia, almost about 15 people all over Malaysia, 15 to 20 people get diagnosed with end-stage renal failure. That is a very sad, shocking truth. But whole of Malaysia, this is the reality every day. So when they get diagnosed with end-stage renal failure, there is no way forward. The way forward to live is dialysis. So every day, this many people are getting diagnosed. That's why you see a lot of dialysis centers, because to support this, right? But we do not have the supply and demand does not match. Okay? Because we have people who die in road traffic accident every day. If every day someone is a donor, we already can automatically, just talking about kidneys alone, we already can save 4 people. How we save 4 people with 2 kidneys is 1 kidney is all you need to sustain, right? So 1 kidney will go to 1 patient who's on dialysis, okay? So that patient will be off dialysis. Another kidney will go to another patient who's on dialysis. That patient will be off dialysis. So these 2 spots to do dialysis will be taken up by 2 new patients who are newly diagnosed and who need dialysis. So there you already save 4 patients just with 2 kidneys after death. So this is how This is
How
how
is
in
the-
overseas.
How is you see when you talk about kidney, but how is the chances for them to recover? Meaning that
Chances are
after
very high. Yeah,
Is
we
it?
are talking about, yes, all the recipient, most of the recipient, there's very few who don't make it because they are getting a good functioning kidney. There's no reason. The reasons are very, of course, there's a risk of surgery and all that. But rather than being on dialysis, you still have risk of infection and dying due to complications due to the infections because you're every time exposing yourself doing dialysis, right? You need to
correct,
practically
correct.
wash your blood out, right? So
Mm,
one surgery, getting one functioning kidney to save you from all that is a higher chance, and usually our chances is very high. Their survival rate is very high. And
Oh.
I would like to take this opportunity to say that I will use myself an example. Assuming something happens to me and I donate my kidneys, right? And then someone on dialysis gets my kidney, one of my kidneys. And then he or she is living a good life, say about 30, 40 years, okay? And then he or she meets an accident, right? And becomes brain dead. That kidney, if it's still my kidney, if it's still functioning well, can still be donated again.
Oh, to
So
the
reuse,
third party in the
recycle to another person. Yes. So reuse, recycle. Okay, only mankind can save mankind. Until now, we do not have any state of art, any where we can use an animal's kidney or something else. End-stage renal failure, there's only dialysis, and then you cannot do dialysis forever. Eventually, you'll get some complications due to the dialysis, and then final is death. But of course,
so there's
transplant
a question coming out here. He was asking, VC Von was asking, say, if the donors have signed the consent, yeah, can the family object the donation?
yes.
是可以的
Because-
因为来
Because you're not
say-
alive already.
因为呢，当死者要捐献的时候，当他还没死的时候呢，他已经签了这个同意书，所以当这个家庭反对的时候，那死者绝对不可能会站起来说，哎，我是要捐的，因为他已经过世了。当他已经过世以后，往生以后呢，那最后的决定权利是在他的家庭里面。所以我觉得这个看法呢，我觉得 did these cases always happen? Do you
Yes.
actually met this?
Yes, I have encountered cases like this, whereby they even
meaning
say
that when you heard about it and then you approach them, so if they say no, then you just leave it. There's nothing you can do
we
either,
got no
right?
choice. There's nothing we can do. We have to respect. We got no choice because they're
所以
protected by
对
such
他们
law.
的这个专业的那个呢，他们会尊重这个家庭的意愿如果这个家庭不允许他们的话，他们也不会以强迫性说，哎，这个已经签了同意书，因为呢，这个还不能成为一个法定的一个法律说当你签了同意书，你一定要是死刑因为那个法令，我们的这个法令呢，在于这一块，在1974年到现在还是没有修正过，所以呢是可以的。OK， 来，还有问题吗 ？Let's see their question. Okay, this one is English.
All right. Okay. Unfortunately, if you do not have next of kin, assuming something happens in the hospital, right? Definitely there has to be someone needs to be contacted to actually claim the body, right? Or even if someone is very critically ill, gravely ill, right? They will need to contact someone to inform this patient is gravely ill. But even in such case, you're trying to say there's no next of kin at all, nobody at all. You are just a single person. Unfortunately, in Malaysia, a single person like that cannot donate because you've got no one to sign the consent for you.
It is not quite fair.
Not fair. Not fair.
Yeah,
But I
because,
really hope
okay.
the law changes. Yeah, the law has to change. Because the law is very old. It's from 1974.
No, I
Only
mean, if
there's
it is alone by himself and then he's willing to donate his organ, who can say no? Because like what you said just now, when the family can say no because the disease cannot speak anymore. All right. So if we don't have anybody, neither can. I mean, he already signed. I agree. I think someone somehow they should have fulfilled the consent they've been given, isn't it? But anyway, find somebody.
Because you only can register to be a donor. You cannot give your own consent because at that time you won't be conscious anymore. Only in the state when you're not conscious, you're already declared brain dead, we can even open the topic of donation. So there is no room here for that person to give their own consent in any way because they're already unconscious, they're already not there anymore.
So this I say,
So
if he have no next in kin, is he put down some of his best friend name or anything like that? Is that okay?
I have asked this question before. No, unfortunately, even if you write a will,
you know what is happening.
Yes.
Not
Even
quite
if you
right.
write a will for this in Malaysia, for organs, it's not valid. Even if you write a will, it's not valid. Yeah.
So meaning that the ministry concerned should look into this.
Yes.
Because there are quite a lot of who don't have
people
next of
who-
kin and
yes,
all that, and
families.
they really love to get it. And these are the people who are quite healthy because they know how
Yes.
to take care of themselves.
Yes. And I've had these questions many times before, but yeah, that is what it is currently, unless they
Put it
change
to the
the
Minister of Health. This is something they should be looking into. Okay, perhaps education on how to take care of kidneys. I just tip my Grab driver who has to go to dialysis 3 times a week. Cheerful and somehow our conversation lead to its health, young man. Yeah, I think this is sad. I think these are all the food issue and all those.
Yes,
it
the
has been
lifestyle.
continued, or the lifestyle need to be changed.
Yes. True.
Okay, any more things? Any more question? Thank you, doctor, for your
Welcome.
explanation.
Yes, welcome, Miss Cindy.
Thank you, Dr.
Thank
Umar,
you.
for your
Thank you.
Okay. Now the
And
thing is,
moderator-
there's something that you need to add up, and then of course, let us know how to contact. You just said that go to My Sejahtera to register, and
please
any other
inform your family what you want. Please inform your family what you want. I understand it's a taboo topic. People don't want to have that topic of conversation, but you have to have it. If you do not have it, no one will know.
But
What
I
you
think nothing
want-
wrong.
Because
I don't
this
think
is the feedback I get from people. Some of them consider it a taboo topic. They wouldn't want to talk to the older people about that.
In the past, some other religion, they do not actually agreeable to cremation. Yeah. So I think my father, in actual fact, what they had done is, he was suffering from cancer. So he called all the siblings together with all the brothers and sisters. He said, I have made a decision. At that time, I mean, 15, 20 years, people are using tires to burn, So he said that, no doubt it looked cruel, but that is my wish. So he also requested all his ashes and all that to spread over the sea. He just said that let it be. So I think the important thing, a message to put up is to let your family, your next of kin know that you have that wish, that you like to donate your organs. So they will be, I think most of the people will respect if you call everybody, say, okay, this is what I want. If you don't fulfill it, I come back and look for you. Then
Yes. I always tell that. I always tell that. That's what you can do. That's the only thing.
No, I think the best thing that those children and all that can do is to fulfill the wish of the deceased. I think that is much better than anything else. Can you imagine on the last breath that you are going to leave this world, and you can still do some good thing for others? I think this is a great thing that a great thing that people
you leave
should
a
do.
legacy behind. You leave something behind. In spite of not being there anymore, you still leave something behind, giving someone a second chance at life.
So okay, the other question from Limitong is, does doctor have a choice of category of patient or person to donate to?
Okay, in Malaysia, we have one single list. Okay, the one who is the dire need, the one who is dying the most, quickest, assuming we are talking about kidneys. If the person top on the list has a match with this particular donor, assuming the donor is from Sarawak, okay? Wherever this patient is from, regardless whether they're from Sabah or Kelantan or male or female, if they have a match, it will go to the first person. But this is something I would say, like, it's very, for the first 5 people on the top of the list, right? It really, really matters a lot, because assuming the transplant team calls the first patient and says, and the patient says that I'm currently having an infection. Okay, I'm very sick now, I'm having fever. So next in the list, they will call the next in the list, because all transplant takes place in KL and Selangor only. All right. So
you know how.
Yeah.
Okay, meaning the top of the list and all that. So of course, you see when we talk about the top list, but somehow there might be some recent patient that was really seriously in need. Will he be able to say, okay, from number 35 jump over to number 2 or number 1?
Yes, yes.
Also,
that's how
that's
how the list is. Yes.
Now the next question is that's why I say so, meaning that that's why we say that if there is on the top list and he's never be able to get it. So now what is more serious than him or her? So can that later on to put this guy will come in and then he'll become the top of the list.
In Malaysia, currently we use a new system called MyCAS, Malaysian Kidney Allocation System. It's a whole system whereby they have a point form. Okay, say someone is 40 years old, he has this. So it's a point form. Then he'll be slotted in. Anyone who starts end-stage renal failure dialysis, they'll be automatically into the MyCAS, Malaysian Kidney Allocation System, a new system formed in Malaysia to try and address the current issue that we have. Right? Currently, the waiting time for a deceased donor, it used to be 12 years. Now it's 10 to 8 years to get a kidney from someone who actually passed on, for a Malaysian who is on the list. All right. Now currently it has reduced to 8 years. And just last week, a Sarawakian got a kidney actually. Yeah, someone in the list. Yeah, because at the end of the day here, when Malaysia has only one, we see that the benefit is a lot. Because last time the system used to be different, whereby they would say, okay, kidneys got 2, right? One must go to a Sarawakian. But that didn't really yield much results, because say that person is in the interior, right? For the person to actually come out from the interior and then take his boat and then take a bus and then go to the nearest airport and then take a flight to KL and then get admitted and worked up, by then the kidney expire already. Okay.
How long is a kidney that will go expire, though? Okay. When we talk about expired.
Yeah, we only have about like 24 hours.
Huh? Oh, you only have 24 hours.
Yes, I would
so
like
you
to
make sure
share.
that you make sure that you don't go to the wrong airline. They always delay. Sorry.
Yeah, hang on. I'll just can I? Yeah, wait. I'll just share the slide here so that everyone can have a look at it. Hang on. Here you go. You see? Yes.
Well, very short time, huh?
Yes, that is why for Sarawak, Sabah and Labuan, due to logistic reasons, we cannot donate our heart and lung for now, right? Because even if you own a private jet,
unless the deceased himself is in KL.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. But if they are so happen they are here, or Sabah or Labuan, even if we own a private jet, we cannot take out and fly and quickly go and put it into someone else. Not enough time.
Sayang, oh. Sayang.
Yes, sayang. Yes. Eventually, in the future, yes, we have to have our own center eventually. Then, yes, probably we have our own center, then things happen differently because we are near, we are fast. In the future, we have to be doing all these transplants in PJ Host. Then, yes.
I heard the words that you use, it must be batched. Huh?
Yes.
So
Yes.
I know it's technical, right? So you have to match. Match in the medical terms means what? Is it a long process that you need to test out all this?
Okay.
Like
This machine.
bone
So
marrow. Bone marrow. All this. You need those matching and all this. So when they talk about, let's make this thing quite simple. We're talking about kidney. When you say match, what need to be matched for kidney
okay.
transplant?
For kidneys, right? We need to have something matched called HLA. It's a medical term. It's technical. Basically, we have to draw the blood, all right, and we have to see there's a match. These machines which can run this HLA is only in KL. And then Pusat Darah Negara. HKL and Pusat Darah Negara, they're very expensive machines. So the country only has these two places. So anywhere in the country, someone wants to donate their kidney. After that, the family says, okay, please, we'll have to draw their blood and we have to fly to KL to run it and see who it matches with in the waiting list.
Yeah, but then it will be further delay the process, is it not?
No, it
Or it
isn't.
do it
Because
together.
yes, we do everything as fast as possible simultaneously. The moment we already know someone is giving consent, we already draw the blood, we already fly, we already get someone to fly to do the match. The surgeons will be flying in, the team will be flying in, we'll be ready to fly with the kidney out. And the patient will be already on table. Here we'll be taking there, the patient already called and already in the hospital, already in the table already. So this kidney will go there and quickly get into the patient. So there's two teams working. We will be all over Malaysia. We are the procurement team. The transplant team will be centered in the hospitals that I mentioned, the 4 hospitals. We've got only 4 hospitals in Malaysia which can do any transplant. Of course, heart transplant, we're talking about IJN, Institute Jantung Negara. Lung transplant, also they do it there sometimes. And then we got talking about Selayang, Serdang, Sungai Buloh, Hospital Kuala Lumpur. These are the only places all these organ transplants can take place and tissue transplant can take place.
So of course, this is one question. The other question after this question is, is there a chance that you have it? Okay, somebody have donated and then pass on, and then you got that kidney, but is there a possibility none of them matched, or it will match someone?
Usually, it will match someone.
So
That
let's be on
because
that.
if there's no match, we will stand down. Because we are sending the blood sample first.
Correct. That's why I said. That's why meaning that if there any disease, there will be someone that will be able to match.
Yes.
Now, of course, when it match, and that is not in your priority list, is not number 1 on the top of the list, but it's number 20, 30. You will jump that queue to put it to the 20th. Am I correct?
Usually, it won't end up until 2030. Usually, the top 5 or 10 people will already be called in the waiting list. Yeah.
So they will see which one will match.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. So any more questions? Just I saw one question. What did it say?
The machine. The machine.
How much is the machine cost?
I know it's like, I don't know. I know it's like a few 100,000 and it's very, to maintain it. That's why there's only 2 in the country, right? Eventually, of course.
Another thing is to a doctor to look after it also, right?
Yes, one to purchase it and then to maintain it. Of course, for Sarawak in future, I hope that eventually we get to have something called our own tissue and bone bank, right? Because when people start giving, then we can start having this thing. We should have, our own one here so that it'll be easier. Due to logistic reasons, things can be faster.
From here you only can take a few tissue or whatever, kidney or whatever that is. The other 2, you only have our 4 to 6 that will expire. So this is why I say sayang ma. In actual fact, you can give away 5 or 6 of your organ, it end up with only 1 or 2. Yeah, it makes sense.
Another thing also, we do not have transplant surgeons. The whole country.
Exactly. The surgeon, the doctors, correct.
To do the transplant, we are short of them, right? So we only have a few handful who can do the transplant. So sometimes they're not necessarily in KL. Sometimes they are in Alostar. Sometimes they're in Kedah. Sometimes they're there in Johor. So they'll be activated. These people actually come back to actually do this transplant from wherever they are. So it's something which has to, it involves a lot of people moving, It's not something very simple. A lot of people think, oh, today I sign up, oh, tomorrow I'll become a donor. No. You need to know the statistics. Out of 10,000 people who actually have interest or want to donate, only one becomes a true donor. Out of 10,000, only one becomes an actual donor. Why? Because nobody knows when they will die, how they will die, and what they will die of. Only God knows. Due to these reasons, that's why it becomes something that it's very hard. You have to be a chosen one. I always tell people, regardless of which religion you belong to, God needs to choose you to save up to 8 other lives. If only God has chosen you, then you get the chance. If not, you will never get the
Even
chance.
you want to donate, they don't receive her.
Yes. Yeah. So
Okay. So now we look into any more question.
Anyone else? Anything else that anyone wants to know?
Come. Any more question that you want to ask, Doctor?
This one, right? As I said, it could be anyone. Like last week, I told you the recipient was a Sarawakian. That kidney was from someone from Semenanjung. And ever since 2019 or 2020, I think at least about 8 to 9 Sarawakians have received kidneys. This is just kidneys, right? Right? And these kidneys are from Semenanjung or from Sabah, not from Sarawak.
Not from
Because
Sarawak.
from Sarawak, not from Sarawak. Because from Sarawak, in all these years, I think only 2 kidneys went out. Because there's no donors. There's no donors.
Now another question. I mean, just a interest. You see, if when we sign up the consent, can at least say, okay, but my organ would only like to donate to Sarawak for Sarawakian. No, it's not for you to. Okay.
It's not for us. It's just like blood donation. It's just like blood
In
donation.
case
When you give
people
blood,
ask you,
it
I
will go
ask you
to anyone.
first. I'm not
Yes.
trying to create any sentiment.
No worries, no worries. Yeah. So it's just like blood. When you give blood, you give for life-saving purpose. So
Oh
same
yeah,
goes
you
to-
don't say that I want to give to whom. Life saving, correct? You give it to the life saving, correct? Yes.
Yeah.
Any more question? No? Anything, Doc, you like to add up?
Yes, I would like to say, okay, we are Unit Perolehan Organ Hospital. We are located at lobby A. We are the main lobby of Sarawak General Hospital. Anyone feels that they want to get more information or anything at all, feel free to walk into our unit, our office. We are more than happy to help. Our team is here. So, and if anyone wants to come and invite us so that we can share, because there's a lot of lack of awareness right here in Sarawak. So if anyone wants to have a platform for us to share, usually like TUDM invites us, Bomba, Jabatan Air, anyone can actually invite us when you're having like Health Awareness Week or anything along that lines. Feel free to invite us so we can come and do our bit of sharing to create more awareness, because when there's awareness only, things will start moving. We cannot just move anything if there's no awareness, because if everyone says, oh no, the moment they say the word organ donation, oh no, I don't want to know anything about it. Oh, it's taboo. Oh, donation, you want money, is it? Oh no, you cannot take my organs when I'm alive. There's a lot of misconceptions. So we would use any platform to clarify what is it actually. Yeah.
Okay.
And thank you so much again, Dato, for giving me this
No.
opportunity.
It's our. You see, as a city council, I think we have to look this in all aspects. Yeah, we want everybody, living here, that they will be able to be, some knowledge, simple things that they should know. So because a lot of people when they talk, that's why when we look at people when they talk about organ, then they say, organ. Like that, when I die, then the family say, oh, you cannot take this away, cannot. Then that a lot of things that nobody actually come and speak out in the public, say, hey, looks, nothing to worry about. Okay, your eyes is still closed. You can just because what is worse than you go for cremation? Everything is burned off. Correct or not? You think of that. Then people say, when they go to heaven or go to hell, you have no one you have lost one kidney, one heart. You don't need anymore. In actual fact,
Surely you'll be complete already because you did such a good deed.
Exactly. So this I say, all right, we will try to do our best. Okay, we will go around. We try to convince people and see whether how many we can get to come in and sign up, and we'll see how it goes from there. But always, please, if you need any help, any assistance, do let us know. We're always there. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you very much for coming in. Thank you, Dr. Emma. Thank you, and you have a nice weekend.
Yeah, you too. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. OK， 来我们就结束了我们今天的这个这个器官的间线让大家更去了解其实不是一个很像很多人讲的说，你等一下去到天堂或者下地狱的时候，你少了一个 kidney， 你少了一个心脏，或者少了一粒眼睛或者怎样的话其实我觉得在你临走的时候，离开这个世界的时候，还能够让其他人去延续他们的生命，给他们继续的生活下去，我觉得这是一个功德来的，好不好？所以呢大家一起来，因为你可以看到的，如果是以这个人数方面的话需要的人是很多，尤其是 kidney 这一块而且 kidney 的 transplant 的这个机会是蛮高的蛮高的，所以我觉得让少一些人少受痛苦当我们已经不在这个地球的时候，还能够做一个这样有意义的事，是值得鼓励的。其实很多这些如果我没有记错，我们的部长也有签署了要把对，所以他的会比较好，因为这样的高官的机器会应该是比较好，可能心脏跳得更好 ，kidney 走的也是特别好，对不对？
还是要跟他老婆讲好。
他们一起煎嘛。OK， 来，我们线上还有什么问题吗？
别的问题
别的问题要写字了。古晋节的正式开幕仪式呢，会在8月1号晚上那8月1号早上呢，将会有一个这个古晋节的古晋升为市的一个庆典，在我的 front 那应该是差不多早上9点多到10点之间已经回去了他来参加这些他的同学的一些聚会。With the construction road, okay, the settlement traffic lights have been doing piling work until the wee hours into the night. Last night, the piling work was still 5 AM. It's a nuisance. Okay, I will raise this up to them. Yeah, because I think for us is we try to rush them for to finish and complete the job as soon as possible. Because I think honestly, we have received quite a lot of complaint on the traffic congestion, and of course causing some of the water supply and all those. So we have request them to be careful and all those. But of course, work is never easy. Most important thing is during construction time, there will be a lot of inconvenience. I think that's one thing that we cannot lie to anybody. Neither we want to make excuse. That is the case. But working until 5 AM in the morning, which will disturb a lot of people from resting, I think that is one thing that need to consider. And of course, another thing is, you see, our coaching area had long been quite, I think all those underlying utility lines like water and all that. Some of them, in the past when they have put it up, I think some of the old one is almost 50 years, 60 years. Yeah. So of course, while during this construction site, it might affect some. It might be not the fault of KUTS, but somehow directly or indirectly. I mean, to be fair, yeah, because I usually when I looking at things and all that, we need to look at all aspect, all possibility. So one thing is, the last weekend one, in actual fact, they are not working on that night, and the pipe burst. Because no, I do something because I'm sure they would not lie to me lah. They say so it burst. So of course the reason it burst is because some of the pipes are too old. Once you dig up and build to construct, it will affect. The things will loosen out. Because the pressure itself. That is, I'm not a technical person, but I think just some of the facts might be there. So that's why we keep on telling them you be very very careful on doing it. Yeah. So anyway, for working until 5 a.m., I think that should not be the case. I will put this to them. All right. 你给我这一条，我直接给他们。All right. Because sometimes we cannot blame it on the worker themselves. The contractor, in actual fact, had to be extra careful. Even our site here for Center of Gastronomy, below are a lot of utility lines. So we have to identify. So that's why I say some of the project that was delayed, like Jalan 那条路叫什么路？ Gongli Bank Road. Yeah, Gongli Bank Road. Some of the I think it was delayed for a few weeks. It's because the utility lines, those are responsible for then, like water board, Sesco, Telecom, they have to come in and shift. We cannot go and shift their cables and all those. So it delay and all those. So a lot of people say, oh wait, no one want to delay any project. Yeah, we try to finish the project as soon as possible. And even it applies the same for the contractor. Once they finish it, they can claim the money. You see, so nobody want to do that unless there's some issue. Then, so you see, in the past, I mean, I cannot blame all of you because in the past we never understand what it is. But that is the actual fact. After I became mayor, I went down to the ground and all that. Then I realized that hey, these are something that is not their fault. So of course, coordinating all this together and using our new technology to find out what is underneath, I think that is something that we need to do. So all the project will run smoothly so that they know what is under all this covered road surface. You see, so these are the things they are working on. I understand there's some what they call them machinery that will be able to test out. Some equipment that can do the testing. Okay. If I run a business like coffee shop in Tabanjai, I might consider going to a law firm and start suing the contractor. Yeah, because sometimes when you look at the whole thing is, no one is going to, did that on purpose, put it that way. All right. So sometimes accident occurred and it happened. But the most important thing is you must be prepared, meaning that water board and all that must always be prepared. In the case of such things happen, you have to immediate respond, and the next step of action need to be properly planned. So this is what I say, planning for a contract. You need to be looking into everything. Okay. Okay, I will put that to them. No, I think this is good. Put it to us. We'll try to help. This is what I really appreciate. I mean, you take the time to record now. You take the time to let us know. You see, because you never know. You might save a life. Things. We don't do it after things happen and we start to talk about it. So I think this is a very good constructive, action that you have responded to us. Then we'll put it forward to them. Okay, 这个也给我。讲了，嘉宾 嘉宾大致上每一个晚上的这个晚上的嘉宾都是由我们的副总理我们的上头就是我们的 Professor Sim。Yes, thank you for supporting Coaching Festival。放烟花，烟花是应该是8月1号放烟花吧。3, I think they should be doing the trimming, so I will wait for, because at the moment the Coaching Festival is doing some of the landscape and all that. I'll let them get back to me, yeah. 如果是咬到路人的话，狗主是应该要负责的。照法律的那种但是无论如何我们我们会通知我们的这个抓狗的 group，OK？ 这个给安妮莎，你能够直接拿？直接拿给安妮莎，他会叫人家 translate 的。
没有，他叫我问我。
那你就 translate 给他咯。好人有好报了好人做好事。Independently不差价，不在这prepare shuttle bus service from big car park lot spaces at stadium to make it so that it wouldn't cause a shortage of parking lots and MBKs. Yeah, because another thing is when we put the car parking and all that, when the bus approach and then picking it up, it will cause some further jam, you know. I think so far the flow is still quite bearable. We do monitor it, in actual fact, we do monitor it. But of course, we will not stop anyone who want to provide that services. Yeah. Prosecution, is very okay. Kenny, I think this one they have put forward to. You see, usually after we have put up for the stop work notice, we give them sufficient time. If they still don't want to stop, then after the legal office will look into the thing and we'll put it forward and submit over to our State Attorney General for taking legal action. Okay, this is the usual things that we would be doing. All right, so it takes time for them to take into all this into consideration to put out whether there's a case to fight. Okay, because the council will not sue the owner, but they can actually take action on stop work notices and all those. But 这个拿出来放弃给汪。希望大家会喜欢哈，因为觉得这次的就是以另外一个方式呈现这些 contractor 呢就是把他们能够把整个地方的设计图给做出来，做出来让我们看过，让大家参考以后才选择不像以前说你就是你这样做就是你要放什么放什么，像我们指定他们去做，但是呢这一次呢就是让他们把他们要把整个公园怎样去设计用这些来让我们整个这个 management 去选，所以这个会比较直接，就是因为你所看到的就是你将会拿到的，而不是让他们说我要做这个我要做的，因为我们这里市议会里面没有这些所谓的 designer 在 design 这些公园的设计所以谢谢你们会喜欢。 嗯。其实我觉得当然这个是个很民主的方式但是我觉得尽量的不要有这些争执跟这些政治的紧张因为现在时候因为这种会造成外资对于我们政治稳定的一个思考。如果人家看到都是有这些所谓的上街等等这些有没有外资会感觉到说这会不会政治会不会稳定治安会不会好，所以反而会把这个外资的投资这一块给吓跑所以我觉得我们要很成熟的面对这些东西，有什么东西就在国会里面提出来我觉得这些东西都当然要显示我们的力量的话这种有很多方式可以呈现但是我觉得这非常时期最好呢是好好的合作把整个经济给搞好起来，这才是重点OK。 他不知道喜欢看到黄色的蜜蜂吗？还好吧，蜜蜂大概是有这个颜色嘛，对不对？黄色的蜜蜂。对，我们现在在争取就是我们的这个 street lighting 在增加些那些所谓的美化的一些图腾这个我们现在继续还是在拿着，那我觉得今年应该还会放一些上去。No, we only give permit for them to manage it. Yes, after a few warning, we will do that. That's one thing. And second thing is because we also need a place, we can tow an abandoned vehicle, or you need a place to store it. Okay. 才有问题，一长他人还没有帮我打广告，带我下去好吗？要打什么广告？你的在哪一个摊位？不会辣那我不能够帮你，因为我不是吃辣的人。
是了，而且够辣，你跟老板
你跟老板讲说加辣就像每次你说的要加辣，他们就会跟你加辣了。Good afternoon, Lester. Good afternoon. Of finding a parking lot is not pleasant though. End up parking at Podongan shop houses. The park side. Yeah, it's okay. I've been walking through that side to this side, and then I realized it was locked, so I had to walk back to the council building. I mean, take it as an exercise, all right. But of course, walk carefully. Yeah. Yes, definitely you did that. Okay, especially so that's why you can see now a lot of that one putting up. So we are collecting all. (有声音吗？等一下，有吗？有声音吗？有了，因为他没有喝水。
插电。
你太没有空了。你明天早上4点听说你要去跑2.1公里。 是21公里啊？
11
啊
11啊，
，21啊？那么就糟糕过。它是4点一个，6点一个。
这个很
啊，来了。
是
Okay, come. Some good news for all of you on our coaching festival. What is that? 3 weeks, 5 winner weekly, 1,000 each. Thirsty to win. I don't know what it means. 诶，这个人这太小。Snap a photo of your meal with Pepsi at Kuching Food Festival. 所以呢，你就要用手机拍张照啊。当你在吃东西的时候，而且旁边呢有 Pepsi 汽水。Post it on Facebook, on Instagram. OK， 然后hashtag 哪个 ？Your KFF better with Pepsi and tag us at our Pepsi Malaysia or Pepsi 什么 Mine OK then the contest 就是这个诶几时哦 so this how you have to do it then then you'll go get into the giveaway okay 15,000 meaning that 3 weeks 5 winner weekly so 5 winner weekly 就是一个星期会给5000块3个星期嘛 3 weekend
对，
所以这个星期的应该现在要给了对不对？
没有，
是下个星期
下拜6
啊。好的好的，
在哪里 announce？
在哪里 announce？ 在我们这里 announce 啊，不可能在现场 announce 嘛，在这有 announce 嘛，对不对 ？Betsy 的follower 有比我们的多吗？
当然有啊，那全国全世界的。
像他们懂帮我们，这是我们要懂帮他了。But anyway, just do that. This is something that for you to. But the venue had to be in Kuching Festival, all right? The food festival. 你要去那边拍，好不好？这样拍多一些市长的可能的机会比较高，对不对？OK， 他们应该是说要跟市长拍，那就比较好一些。OK， 然后呢，另外一个优惠 ，every day 就是每一个星期一，不要问我为什么星期一 ，OK，
快吗？
他们觉得星期一是第一天吧，first day of the week，and then 他们会觉得星期一是比较少人，其实是错的 ，OK， 因为每个人想法都是一样的，所以每个人都在星期一来，对不对？
不会
OK， 所以呢，every Monday 6点到7点的时候，那边的水只卖1钱。
什么
汽水
讲？
不是啊，
那边的水，那边的 Pepsi，
那边的 Pepsi 是啊，这个打广告嘛，这不是 Pepsi 吗 ？Kuching Food Festival 没有 Mountain Dew 比赛，就是这个 Pepsi 你看到没有 ？Pepsi 所以 Pepsi OK normal 跟 Pepsi 什么 zero at 1 ringgit limited 就是一个人。我跟你讲，你还是我的话，一个人1瓶就够了。他是一个人 OK， 最多可以买5罐，所以你一家人一家人记得5个人来，5就25罐了。
用你找5个那个推车的就不一样了嘛。
不可以的，是没哈？
没有抓，
所以是我们就开一个档次嘛，把他们这些全部卖过来。等一下 after 7点我们去卖2块，好赚一对100块。Cola and Cola Zero, which one you prefer? Let's say, of course, a lot of people say that the original always tastes better. But you see, for some people who have GST, gula sangat tinggi, 你大致上都会 prefer 喜欢喝 Cola 或者是 Pepsi 的话，大致上你会选 Zero 的。所以我觉得这个呢a lot because one of the people will love original, all right? So I think every choice that you choose, there must be a reason. Okay, so people always say that the 01 tastes a bit funny, but when you get used to it, it's not funny anymore. It tastes as good. because you cannot take the original one anyway. Okay, so remember, please come in. All right. 2块钱已经很便宜了，好，现在还有微优惠给1块钱，所以呢，大家来争取这个良机，我们会感谢 Betsy 的支持，好，让我们的消费者啊有用以更优惠的价钱来享用他们的饮料。OK， 好，广告时间完了，没有收费。Well, in actual fact, that one they have to get the Ministry of Transport, from them to see whether they are going to allow that, because now you have this one Mandani bus, my bus, okay, but I don't think my bus will, the chairman will allow them to come into Coaching Festival.
I wait for ART.
Never mind, we wait for ART. parking 不足，这个其实是一个很实际的一个问题，也不能够增加的问题，因为有这么大的场地要去找这一个那个的话，也是一个蛮辛苦的。当然，如果是说你要用巴士的话，有多少个人会去用巴士过来这里，这个也是一个问题。但是无论如何，我们尽量看
要走大远一点，走多一点，要走1万步。
是，但是人家有些是有老人家来嘛，比较不方便。Don't worry, all the things will be in order very soon. Like I promise all of you, okay, by end of this year, everything will get into the apps, okay? So not worry, there will be a trial very soon, somewhere in September, October, then there will be a full swing. So please give us some time to do it. 没发变了。荣光是那个卖小币的。
找到荣光隔壁的。好诶。
Not bad. Again, you have walked from here across to Dun. I'm sure you can do better than that. And then you walk back again, if I'm not wrong. That is 14 km, you know. If you can do exercise like that every day, it'll be good. Yes, the pink bus.
New bus.
Well, somebody can talk to him. I don't think he will entertain me. Okay. All right. Any more question? So remember today, tomorrow morning, 4 o'clock, half marathon run. All right. So if you want to run, come and run. I have to flap off at that. So I don't know tonight what time I can be able to sleep. Whatever it is, please do come and support our Kuching Food Festival. Let me know if there's any comment, to make it much better. You can always contact us at 010-660-1919. And don't miss the good show. All right. We heard that day with 1,000. Yes, I think Sim, when we walked through that, initially, my staff, they went for meeting and all that. My staff was telling me, oh, only 4 km, I was quite happy, 4 km, I can just walk. Then I heard they say, it don't look like 4 km. I said, sorry, 4 km is until waterfront. You walk over the other side, you all add in. The turning point in actual fact is already 4 km. Topet Kong there is already 4 km in actual fact. So they say when you turn into that and then walk over across, it's almost 7.2. I just hope that they have measured it to 722, km one way. It's almost there, I think they are 7.4 or 7.6. So that's why they say, no wonder, And then I cannot imagine those people who walk back to NBKS. So you add that up together, it's almost 15 km, 15 km. But anyway, it's a good exercise. All right, so next year will be DBKU. I hope that we'll be able to see everybody again, to work together for Sarawak. All right? Okay? So please come in and support our Kuching Festival. We have 23 days more, yeah? And they have a lot of events. I think those I need to highlight are 3 of these friendship night performance from overseas. Then you have cosplay, you have K-pop, you also have this picables competition coming up. Yeah, those are all new events from our Kuching festival. So please do come and support. All right. So till then, we'll see you at the Kuching Food Festival. When we meet each other, please say hello or hi. Okay. Try thank it. No lah. Don't play. We don't. No, because I think those t-shirt. So we'll see whether next year we have any sponsorship or not. We see if they want to work with Daniel to DBKU or Damai. Okay. Next year, Damai DBKU is organizing it. So let them decide. I hope we do. Somehow it had to connect the north and the south. All right. Okay. So it depends which way to walk first. But I think it's very meaningful from here to go down to the other side. Or all the area that come in and merge at one Central Padang and then move from Central Padang towards the across river, across the bridge. All right. Thank you very much again for joining me. And please do have a nice weekend. Come and support our Kuching Food Festival, support the show, support the game, support everything. Okay, so see you again next week. Bye. Wow, that's Hachil. Wow.
Sarawak sayangku, kebanggaanku selalu, aman mampu selamanya Sarawakku. Rakyat bersatu padu, pemimpin mengambil tahu, menuju maju Sarawak maju. Kita anak Sarawak, sama-sama jaga Sarawak. Kita sayang Sarawak, sanggup berkorban untuk Sarawak. Oh ha, mari lakukan bersama. Oh ha, membara di dalam jiwa. Inilah negeriku, tanah tumpah darahku, sama-sama kita jaga Sarawak. Sarawak sayangku, kebanggaanku selalu, aman mampu selamanya Sarawakku. Rakyat bersatu padu, pemimpin mengambil tahu, menuju mercu Sarawak maju. Kita anak Sarawak, sama belah nyingku Sarawak. Kita sayau ke Sarawak, sanggup bergadai netang ke Sarawak.